Now, a contradiction. It's only Cack. Wading through knee-high rivers of puke is certainly no longer an option for the spiritual slob, now that we realize it's not just puke any longer, but the upchuck of our very energetic beings. But we are, after all, still slobs, and with the additional knowledge that no amount of cleaning, shifting, altering, or eliminating will ever create a perfect world, as we've not signed up for perfect worldness on this particular planet, plus the fact that this is all supposed to be interesting and, yes, again, fun, it's important that we approach things with a light-hearted touch, and not with broom-up-your-arse rigidity or freaked-out undercurrents as another molecule of dust settles onto your freshly polished surfaces. So if you're frantically and angrily scraping the shit off your shoes, having had many happy pooches in my time, I know how hard it is to scrape the shit off your shoes without being frantic or angry, or cussing as you pull the weeds out from the footpath leading to your front door, then you're creating the very garbage you're meant to be uncreating. Which is why, as I mentioned earlier, the furious frenzy of uber-intended feng shui or panic-stricken affirmations just do not work. There's a fine line between easygoing expecting without expecting the best intention and the willful force-feeding of intent into the hungry craw of the universe. In fact, there's a well-known example, well I know it at least, about a guy whose career was less than terrific, who with great effort, and not just a small feeling of panic, went out and bought a bucket of red paint, slapping it against the walls with the tense hope that this, at last, would save his career from dipping down into the crapper. Actually, it was his bathroom he was painting, even more appropriate to the tale. And creating with every splash of sticky, toxic liquid, an anguished tale of doom and failure, with the expectation that unless the room was red, and red immediately, his life was going to spiral down into the pits. So, slobs, what do you think happened? It didn't help that his least favorite color was, in fact, red, which was quickly painted a neutral color once the new tenants moved in, after the house was returned to the bank and our hero became a barista at Starbucks. Actually, I have no idea what happened to the guy, but I'm sure he's decided that, feng shui or not, career corner or not, red is just not the color for him. So, just as the creator, or Lakshmi, or Zeus, or the all-stillness of everything just hangs back and lets us do all the work, we too, being precisely that entity in our tight, sexy little slabs of meat and bone and fat, are more likely to create happy tales than sob stories if our intentions remain true. There's no kidding ourselves about how we feel about stuff. So if you've located the voices in your apartment that are shouting, "Look at this! No wonder you're such a fat, ugly loser," then it's best to switch on your favorite tune device to top volume, slam on Walking on Sunshine, or some similarly happy, dopey song, and deal with the junk without thinking about it, knowing, as you soon will come to know in your heart of hearts, that being the deity him, her itself, you don't really have to think too much about what you're doing. Just keep the expectation and judgment on the sidelines and walk on that sunshine well.